Hello and welcome to Comics Tuesday. And today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 black supervillains. Let's do that. Number 5 is Cardiac from The Amazing Spider-Man. And this is a guy who's a doctor who is doing many illegal things, finds himself in conflict with superheroes, making him a villain. But what's interesting is his motivation. He just wants to provide better health care. So if anything, maybe the heroes are wrong for trying to stop him. I don't know. Number 4, Killer Croc. And Killer Croc is one of my favorite Batman villains. I always love to see him show up because Batman has very few superpowered villains. For good reason. But Killer Croc is in that perfect spot where he's superhuman, but not too much for Batman. He originally just kind of had the super strength and just cannibalism and its creepy angle. But since the New 52, he's been characterized as very kind-hearted when he's not eating people. Number 3 is Vermin from Spider-Man. Vermin is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and easily one of the most underrated ones. Underused, in fact. The main problem with Vermin is that he doesn't get his own storylines. The one he's most known for is Kraven's Last Hunt. That's right, Kraven's Last Hunt. He's more of a footnote in there. But then there's also that time that, he fought Spider-Man immediately before Harry Osborn Green Goblin did. So what's up with that? And now it's for the character himself. I love seeing Vermin and fights between Spider-Man and Vermin because he is disgusting and tragic. It makes me feel all of these horrible things, and I feel like there's so much potential there. Number 2 is Angstrom Levy from Invincible. And so this is a man who is a scientist. He's brilliant. He has all these outrageous, new, fresh ideas. And on top of all that, he has a superpower. He can open portals to alternate realities. And so he decides that he has to put this to good use. And he gathers versions of himself from an infinite number of universes and collects the minds of all the alternate hymns down into one package with an unprecedented amount of knowledge. And he does it for the good of mankind. So basically I'm describing a hero here, except things go wrong. He ends up disfigured, and the machine he was using to compile his brain was malfunctioning. And so he ends up with this horrible, hateful grudge against Invincible. And this guy does not hold back. And you gotta remember here, the point of a villain is they're not the hero. They are antithetical to the protagonist. And so this guy is very successful because I hate him. He's disgusting. And I just want him to die. But for the sake of this list, he's a good villain. And number 1 is the Prowler. Ultimate version, which is Aaron Davis, who is the villain to Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Made all the more interesting because Aaron is Miles' uncle. And so, what you might naturally think with Spider-Man and uncles is kind of a callback to Uncle Ben, who taught Peter Parker about power and responsibility. And this flips that on its head, and Miles has this bad influence as an uncle. He loves his Uncle Aaron dearly, but he just encourages Miles to ignore whatever responsibilities he might have and use his powers for personal gain. And he's so steadfast in his villainous ways that it results in his own death. I really love how it builds onto Miles' character while also being as far away from Peter's uncle as you could possibly get. And now it's time for the honorable mention of this list, which is Rubber Band Man from Static Shock. And this guy's got decent powers, and it's interesting to watch him struggle against Iban, who wants him to be more and more villainous, trying to pull him down this darker path. But what else I love about this character is I respect any super person who gets their name from an awesome song. Looking at you, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. But that's just about it for this week. So, great black supervillains. You know any others? Are you upset that I left some off this list? Leave it down in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come back next time for Comics Tuesday. Next time on Comics Tuesday, which writer had the best run on Exorbitant X-Men? Thanks for watching.